What is up, everybody? Oh, I got you on the wrong screen. Alright, now what is up, everybody? We are live. It is I, the saltiest gaijin, with my very good friend Drabby Noobs. Drabby Noobs, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been card games all day. Final Fantasy VIII, Magic the Gathering.
Hey man, that does sound like quite the good day. I am a bit jealous. Yeah, it was work for me, and now some cards, and then pizza later, which I'm looking
Ooh,
forward to, with lots and lots of anchovies. Alright, so it is Season 3, Episode 2 of the Budget Battle.
yes.
I dubbed this episode "There Will Be Blood,"
Oh,
just to set the
fantastic.
bar really high for you, Driving Noobs. So why don't we just dive right in? We actually want to go a little shorter than we normally do tonight.
Yes.
So let's dive right in. So, Drabby Noobs, what's your first deck that you're playing tonight?
I am. I'm gonna do the one that we mentioned on stream. We were talking about different decks that we could do. Um, I'm bringing an Obnixilis Rack deck.
Now, rack that's an old school term referring to
Yes.
the card the rack,
Yes.
as well as
So
Black Vice.
So I want you to discard a bunch of cards. I want to get value off of that, and I want you to take damage off of that. That is the game plan.
Yeah, that's a very respectable game plan. It's a very old school game plan, believe it or not. A lot of people
It's
might think that that's not like classic Magic the
oh no,
Gathering, but oh
oh
yeah, I
no.
kept a really good hand against you.
Oh, okay, okay.
So my deck, on the other hand, is funnily enough a black-green Reanimator deck, which, as it turns out, quite strong against the Rack deck.
Yeah,
Because
it's gonna.
if I get to choose what I'm discarding, that can be quite
Yeah,
problematic for Drabby Noobs.
true. So I think though, at the risk of
Ooh,
you having
that's a good
the
one.
command that kills that. Okay, no, it's just a mulch.
Oh, I milled over a command that kills that. So my
Yeah.
deck has a lot of self-mill elements. I am doing because I wanted to
Hmm.
play a more self-mill cards. I ended up playing mulch with some I guess utility lands, which I doubt I'm going to be using them at least the way I normally would.
Ooh, okay.
This
So
looks like draw a card.
I'm getting mana here. Or no, yeah, no, it would be
You're going
draw
to
a
draw a
card,
card,
wouldn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I play tested this waste not card for a bunch of PTQs, believe it or not. Oh, the
The
Nombo with the
exile one.
exile. I'll get rid of desert. Oh, but I can't kill that. Oh no,
Ah.
it's brutal. Gosh, there's like no good way. I guess I'll do this, and we'll get Witherbloom command back.
Yeah. It's
Definitely, yeah. My deck it's. I mean, if it's anything, it's slow.
yeah, and I'm drawing a slow hand here if I'm being completely honest. So,
Ooh, interesting, interesting. Look at this guy with his not respecting my. I'm gonna go this, and I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna pop that and kill that.
yeah.
Boom. I mean, to be fair, those weren't just strictly 2-for-1s, because you did get to ooh, brutal. Play a tap land.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, just pass it back. It's definitely gonna be a. This is gonna either be a very slow start into a very bold finish. It
Yeah,
feels like, or it's gonna be a long grindy affair.
if I if I keep drawing lands, it's gonna it's gonna be grindy.
Smilled over 2 noxious
Ooh.
Gearhulks.
Okay, okay.
Gain some life. Sad. Just gonna put a raw Gearhulk on the battlefield.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, cool. Well, at least I have this.
Okay, respectable.
I mean, you still can still bring it back, but
That's true. I can still get it back, which is actually a big deal here. What do I got? I got 6 mana.
Well, I have a 1 in 3 chance of drawing lands again, so obviously it'll be a land.
Naturally. What do you think? It's weird. I'm gonna actually regrow this self-mill card. I'm gonna regrow my flashback card.
Wow.
What do you got? Anything?
No.
Oh Jesus! All right. I guess I'm gonna go like this, and I'll grab this. Mill over a massacre worm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just have to get like the raw 6/5 on the battlefield.
Yeah.
I'm the one who needs to be pressuring you, so.
Okay, I mean that's something, but it doesn't like necessarily solve my problem per se.
Yeah, well, what you need here is a removal spell into something proactive, because you're not pressuring me at all.
No, and the thing is too is I got this, but it's not the discard, right? Like
Yeah, it's the exile here. Yeah, I'll get rid of you can have my Witherbloom command. The real question is, okay, so you don't have like an Ob Nixilis to...
No, unfortunately not. I mean, I still would have taken 2.
Yeah, I mean, but you could just like make a devil to continue to jump block, but start to get like try to work through my hand.
Yeah.
Ooh, brutal.
Four damage.
It's better than taking 6, right? Plus,
Yeah,
you get a card out of my hand here.
Yep.
You're gonna get this mulch, sadly. So I would love to hold on to this, but I'm actually gonna play it because I'm just gonna play Villas out of my hand here.
Oh my.
Which
Oh my.
card is in fact, by the way, it's quite strong against killing small creatures.
Yeah, I can.
And loading my hand back up. It's also really good with if near deadlands tapping for black mana.
This is yeah, okay. There's still a world where I don't die, but
I mean, I'm gonna draw 2 cards. No reason not to draw 2 cards.
I mean, I'm still gonna die, but I'm gonna make you exile one of those.
Respect.
Got
Respect.
him. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Villas, surprisingly, not a mythic. I honestly, I was worried that I would run through my mythic count too quickly, but as it turns out, you know, there's one other big dumb creature in my deck that's also not a mythic, but
I didn't finish the sideboard.
Oh God.
How did I not know? I was playtesting earlier. How did I not notice this? Okay.
That's actually really funny.
If I'm
being
hilarious.
honest.
It's hilarious, but that's fine.
Luck, funnily enough, I actually came very prepared to play this type of matchup.
Okay.
Not in like the sense that like I have like a slam dunk sideboard plan, but like definitely like where I've got cards that do things in this matchup, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, no, this is a deck that I threw together on, I think, yeah, yesterday actually, yeah, or was it Monday? I can't remember. I know I did it offline, but I haven't I never play test these decks. I want to make that perfectly clear to everybody watching at home.
This is the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, I try really hard not to, because I feel like, honestly, I just feel like it doesn't, like, give the genuine experience. I'm shocked you chose to be on the play here.
Yeah.
Because it feels like giving me an extra card is pretty bad in your deck.
Probably.
Alright, what you got? Waste Not. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a very good one. Gosh, I could do a few things here. I think I played this as a land and pass. I wanted you to know that I could have dealt with that Waste Not. What do I think I do this. Yeah, it's better in the long run. There, you got to see my other big dumb card.
Oh, okay.
Kogla. This is just a flex. I'm going to play that Buseju that I've had since my opening hand. But I didn't want to give you a
Okay.
land, so...
I gotcha.
I hate that this card is a May.
Let's see. Until end of turn. Okay. I kind of want so. Yeah, yeah. No, the fact that it's a maze seems
It,
kind of
it
silly.
really, it does bug me, just how weird that is. Like, I get it, because, like, the idea is that they templated it so it could target your own stuff. Yeah, I'll block the token. If I block that, you'll Malakir Rebirth it.
Very likely. Okay.
Shocking. Holding up Collected Company. That is so funnily not good against this hand.
Oh my god, no. That's
Just Thoughtseize my handful of flashback cards.
Yeah, that's
To be fair, it does slow down these Diregraph Rebirths.
yeah.
So that's not nothing. Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, let's go to my turn. Ooh, I can play that land. You do get to know what I drew this turn, but I think that's fine because I get to put a Kogla into battlefield.
Yeah, Kogla seems pretty solid.
Yeah, I think I'd rather. If you have a Malakir Rebirth, I'd rather it be that one.
Yeah. No, yeah, you don't want it to be Fenlurker.
Yeah, because these cards I get to, like, especially with these flashback cards, I get to keep them. You know, not like strictly speaking, but you know. Now be careful. Kogla has an attack trigger that literally everybody who's ever played against it forgets about. When it attacks, I get to disenchant something.
Believe me, I've been the person forgetting that before.
Respectable. Oof, that's a decline. I gotta keep my cards. Oofda.
Notable thing missing on Kogla: trample.
Yeah, it definitely does not have trample. Yeah, I guess I attack this thing, huh?
I mean, I got a block.
And then I think, gosh, it's tricky. Next to nothing in my graveyard, huh? Could do that. At least dodge the life.
There are a few things that would be.
Yep, just pass it back.
That is not one of them.
Oh, I forgot how this card works again. I've done that twice on stream now. Where I forget that if near dead lands is only as a sorcery.
Oh. Yeah.
That's not a good sign. That tells me you either have another one or you have a Meathook Massacre. Oh, there it is. Oofda. Yep, I'll go to 9. You get to keep. That, so you're gonna get 2. You get probably what, a devil in the end. Oh, you're just going straight for my life total. That's respectable.
Yeah, I'm at a point right now where you have to deal with the obs, so you're probably not coming at my face.
Oh, I definitely have to deal with the Ob Nixilis. The better question is actually, can I get a way to kill the other ones? And I don't think I can. Ooh, that works. That works. All-star sideboard card Vinemare can't be blocked by black creatures.
Wow.
Hexproof from black.
No, just hexproof.
Oh, is it just hexproof? I always forget.
It's just hexproof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one of those cards where it's like I'm playing a card like Grizzly Salvage. I actually have this and I have Plagmare in the sideboard as ways to grab utility creatures.
Yeah, see now this is tough because I could protect one of them. I think that's the way to
Well,
go.
if you could, yeah, if you could protect one of them, that's the important bit.
Yeah.
Cause what if I attack and kill this devil? Well, I mean, I have to if near Deadlands the devil basically.
Mhm.
Actually, I can cancel. I can do this one. This is gonna put me to 2. If you have a removal spell, then you can protect one of these, and then I'm just dead because this puts me to 2.
Unfortunately, I don't have a removal spell that can kill Kogla because I can't target Vine Mare anyways.
Yes.
So.
Boom. All right. I'm back in it. With the skin of my teeth.
Uh-oh.
Did you draw an ob?
I drew no, I drew a duress. That
Oh,
doesn't help.
that is brutal. What do I want here? Probably just cast this. Get a Riveteer's Overlook. Look at me. I'm gonna gain a life. Get myself out of Ob Nixilis range.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna grip a card so I don't just immediately die to the 2 Ob Nixilis. Yeah, I'll go to Swamp, and we'll proceed to Wombats.
Yep. Wombats.
Conveniently, Drabby Noobs at 24. I have 12
All right.
power on the battlefield.
All right. All right. 1 in 10. It wasn't 1 in 10.
Yeah, like what would you have to get out of this here?
Claim to fame. I could bring back a creature and give it haste and +2/+0.
That's true. Yeah, claim to fame. I actually should have played around that.
Yeah, so I just have 2 fatal pushes, a duress, and a Malakir rebirth. So
I mean, you could duress me.
yeah.
I mean,
Here
you
we
can
go.
look at this reclamation sage in my hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got him.
Woo! Okay. Well, I said there will be blood, and I think that was pretty brutal. You kind of stymied where I was able to get the big threats into play. Okay, well, I'm up 1-0 here in the budget battle, episode 2. So we've got, goodness, we got another set of decks here, though.
We do.
Now, I'm less confident in the second one, and I didn't tell you what this one was, so...
You did not.
We built something similar for Namaj B. Thick's build-around request a few weeks ago, and I did, in fact, bust out a Yorion to play.
Okay. Sure.
I cannot keep this hand. I can keep this hand, though.
This is... Oh, my God. Okay, since you're going first, I could mulligan.
Love the My Little Pony sleeves, by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
Respect.
I think we gotta keep this one, and I think this goes to the bottom. It's more of a cheeky combo piece than anything. Oh, okay.
My big thing with this deck is that I did not play the Djinns, nor did I play the Cultivator Colossus that was in the build-around request. So I decided here to be much more conservative and go the direction of playing, we'll say, value creatures more than anything else.
Okay.
Ooh, I actually want both of these, I think, in that order. Play a Quandrix Campus.
Okay. This is...
Okay, look at you playing a Sulphur Falls deck.
Yeah,
You're not a Sulphur Falls kind of guy.
I am not. That is not my usual
Buy my Yorion.
thing of choice.
I'm shocked how easy it is to play Yorion in a budget deck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're playing the Blast deck, or the Arcane Bombardment.
Yes.
Yeah, that deck is sweet. Oh, I think we ended up in a best of 1. Looking
Did
at
we?
it here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. It is.
So I guess we'll play this one's for funsies. I think that's my fault. I sent the wrong challenge. Alright. Yorion's gonna be so powerful.
It's gonna be a good Yorion, that's for sure.
I actually don't think I want either of these cards. So my build around the mythic that I chose to build around in this version, instead of Cultivator Colossus, it's a much more modest Vivian on the Hunt,
Okay, so
which is a
I did
card
not.
that, for anybody who's played Standard, is just absolutely disgustingly good.
I completely forgot that that seize the spoils that I discarded was a sorcery.
Oh,
So
oof,
yeah.
nice. All right, we're gonna get in with the Grazer. It's important.
Yep. Oh yeah, of course.
Chip damage is a real thing, chat. And you might be saying, well, Gaijin, it does 0 damage. To which my response will be, shut up.
I was gonna say the thing. Shut up, nerd.
Yeah, like, I do what I want. Like, alright, there's a good chance that I have no, like, chance of winning this game. Because I might just be too slow against what you're doing. So you're very much like a combo deck. Oh, wow. 6 stack triggers there, Arena. Oh, gosh, I don't want both of these cards. A little late for that one. Alright, look at that. Ah, I got moto bugged.
Alright.
Scryed a card to the bottom and drew it anyway. Alright, do you have that thing plus any instant?
I do. I'm just gonna shoot this visionary.
Alright, trigger. What does he hit?
Big score.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is. It is.
Might just be dead here.
It's only on the first cast, so.
Oh, never mind. Then I'm basically going to win no matter what.
Oh. Oh ho, you say.
Something like that. Alright, what I got for. Oh, that's right. I got that as a one-off. Oh, that's so genius. I'm so smart. Alright, you ready for this? Vivian on the Hunt.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
That
That's pretty
one.
good. Okay. So in that case.
Yep, you got a response with an instant.
Yeah. So that's the.
You cast.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Okay. This is fine. So yeah, we're just gonna.
I'm just praying that you dodge the creative outburst. Does it just hit the top card? It just hit the top card twice.
That is interesting. Okay, so we'll just discard this.
Just a sick. What is that? Looting plus a. Well, it's a draw 2, make 2 treasures, shock, scry 1, then the faithless looting effect. Plus you get a treasure.
Yep. Okay, so.
Yeah, this is a sweet deck. I actually really like this deck, and I kind of hope. I don't think it's going to do well at the set championship that starts tomorrow, but by gosh, is it a lot of fun.
Yeah, right. I've been having a lot of fun. There is also we've potentially got a few more games to go here, so I won't spoil the fun interaction I found with it, but geez, I am. Oh, I needed like one more treasure.
I like how you got 4 treasures and 6 lands. You're like, I'm short mana. This is bullshit. Oh, good lord. Attack for 6.
Oh, you're really quiet on my end. Is that just me? It is. It's probably my cable.
Right, you ready for this? This was almost a Titan of Industry.
I am experiencing technical difficulties. Oh, that's not good. Where is my... Okay. Am I hearing anything now? It doesn't look like I am.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go.
Alright. And we've got... I forgot to put a Cascading Cataracts in my mana base. I'm so smart sometimes. Alright, ready for this? Boom, trigger. Gain a life. I'm
People
so...
are talking about cascading cataracts again for EDH because they have the whatchamacallit, they have the
God damn, he had another one? Is there, like, concern over,
no, there's the new commander that like makes mana for let's I guess 2 to any target. Um, no, we're just gonna do this again.
What's sad is I don't have a single instant or sorcery in my whole 80 card deck.
I think. Well, this isn't what I was.
Matter of fact, I have exactly one in my 75. Oh, never mind. That's not correct. This is like a weird best of one amalgamation of my sideboard. Burn down the house, he says.
Indeed.
Huh, and it dealt a bunch of damage to my Vivian. That's annoying.
We do be burning.
2% of my deck is that. I think we can actually start with this. Just to thin my library slightly. Trigger. What's Exile Prismari command? 3, 6, 7, 8. What am I? 5.
I thought that Agent of Treachery was legal here. That's.
Yeah, it's a card that you'd think would be banned, but that's actually like not very good at all most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, it's a fun little utility land.
Yeah. Nice.
It was originally that new one from the new the new not Siege Rhino, the what's its name?
Okay.
The Thragtusk thing people were talking about.
Oh, okay.
I had to downgrade it to make space for other rares. Kind of like how I should have made space for my.
This is free.
That is basically free, yeah. And it hit a draw 2? That's dirty.
Okay, so I guess I want to do so damage.
I think I made a mistake. I did make a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten. I should have gotten a different 5-drop.
Okay, so...
Does he have an instant to trigger on my turn?
I do not currently, no. It is unfortunate, but I do have a way to gain life and get some blockers.
Fair. Oh, Sunset Reveille. Look at that.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Come on, there we go. Scry 2. Don't want either of these. Can I scry 2 again? I believe I actually can.
Hey.
Okay.
Wild that I have seen no expressive iterations.
That is pretty wild. That card's pretty good.
He's
Alright, you ready for this?
Oh my god, really?
Hey, when you scry 2 twice, right?
Oh my god. Okay.
The curve topping 7-drop. The 7-mana 2/3 from hell right there. Alright, we'll play a proper match. I actually think you're heavily favored. Especially in the first game. But, alright, yes. Explorer. There, tournament match. There we go. That's the correct one.
Yeah, we have, I wonder if we'll actually see the interaction I've been talking about. I'll have to explain it if we don't, but it's a fun one. I wish I had like screen capped it or recorded it when I first had it happen. Okay. Fair.
Yeah, got the
Aggressive.
turn one. Oh, hell yeah. It's very important to get in.
Yeah.
Get in when you can.
For all I know, you could have ninja'd there.
That's true. You never know. That's the best part now that ninjutsu's
Yep.
on the platform. Did you shock and do nothing?
Well, I was expecting you to do something. The shock was for an answer.
Like, okay, like, I mean, I don't know what you think's in this deck, but it's really just a bunch of things that, like, the best thing you would have killed there is nothing. No, I guess an Elvish Mystic you could have technically killed one. What do I want to do here? Do a couple of things here. I think it's this, ultimately.
Okay.
So at this point, you've... Shocking, I mean, I would assume that you're playing, like, a one-mana deal, too.
Well,
Right.
I mean, I am, but that
Yeah.
wasn't the card I shocked for.
Fair.
So,
But ultimately, that's what I would play around here. So, like, I have choices that would play... I mean, not... I wouldn't say poorly against, but, like, definitely, like, less than ideal against.
well, let me tell you something. If you thought this was gonna be a good card or a good decision,
Is it Lightning Axe?
I mean, Lightning X is in the board.
That's fair. That's a good card.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to kill cards like Greasefang. Sick iteration.
Okay. So
The sick iteration,
hand,
if you will.
library, a Lamau. Okay. So I guess I just hold on for now. Hold on for a hero.
Alright.
I
Quandrix Cultivator.
Yeah, you got it.
The everything Solemn Simulacrum wishes it was. Oh, this is so brutal.
Wow. All right.
I mean, it's one of the few 4-ofs in the deck for a reason, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too is I don't want to crack this treasure. I gotta hold on to it. So it's one of those things where it's like I'm just gonna eat all of this apparently.
Oh yeah, I'm chipping in. I'm coming at you with bad intent every turn.
Yeah.
Though I am one untapped land away from having a really sick next turn. Okay, well, I mean, technically that gives me a land, but not in the way I would like. That's fine. That's actually, this card, this Littjara Mirror Lake is a card that I was like, when I was reading through it, I'm like, this seems like it's like surprisingly good. Would be the phrase I would use. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's a thing. I just wanna, I gotta really talk about how good this card is. This card is nuts.
That is a good card.
Spell Pierce. Fading Hope. That's fair. Alright, well, instead I'll just +1. And draw 3 cards. That's what makes it so amazing. Has nothing to do with its other plus. Like, its other plus is just good sometimes. And you can build around it a little bit. But, like, it's the fact that, like, you can... Like I've seen games in Standard where it's like, oh, this is an even game, and then somebody plays Vivian +1s it and draws 5 cards, and then it's like, well, this is not an even game anymore.
I'm in a rough spot. Not gonna lie.
I love the miss the 5th land drop. Well, there it is. But still, having to.
I'm not missing land drops for a while.
Okay. I respect it. Yeah, this goes beyond what I guess.
It wouldn't be a match on Arena until I draw half my lands. That's why most of my decks can only contain 10.
I mean, that's a mood, right? I get that. I feel it. Got about 8 million mana over here. What do I
You
got?
gotta be kidding me.
Did you draw on a land?
Yeah, another one.
Hey, but you needed a 6th land. That's how you can cast the bombardment.
Oh yeah, of course. The bombardment that's sitting probably at the bottom of my deck. All 3 copies.
Well, you're thinning it. You're thinning it out. You're thinning it out, right?
Yep. Yeah,
It's
no,
all.
that's
It's all
the
about
that's
percentage points here.
yeah. Oh, I got below 30%. Now I shouldn't draw lands. That's what Arena likes.
Yes, that's what Arena wanted the whole time. Just gonna gain some life, go wide. This is where you have a burn down the house, right?
I mean, I have 3 mountains, so if I get a burn down the house, you know where it came from.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I have exactly 7 damage on the battlefield.
Fantastic.
I'm willing to not extend more into this potential burn down the house.
All right. Well, cool.
All right. All right. Cash in these treasures for the worst omen. Again, don't know why this is a May. Feel like if I'm casting this, I definitely want to be searching. Be sure the Arboreal Grazer gets in there. Gotta get his.
Well,
Damn, that's brutal.
I need.
You
I
bought
need
yourself a turn.
I need the scry. Oh my god, a non-land.
Well, I think like the only thing you'd keep here is like a burn down the house.
Or a spell that could draw me into burn down the house.
That's true. Yeah, something that digs deep. Turn that into what now? Yeah. Play the Vivian. +2 the Vivian. Specifically want to get it above burn down the house since I know about it.
Yep.
I mean, this one I don't even care if you kill the burn down the house, but... Alright, I'm feeling ready.
Let's go.
Alright, iteration.
All right. So we put this in my hand. All right. Okay. We put this in the library. All right. We play this.
There's 3 lands.
All right. No,
Okay.
no. I had another iteration.
Nice.
Okay. So, what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent.
One short. Is the burn down the house in that 3?
No, it was Arcane Bombardment, another land, and a Seize the Spoils, which is like cool.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. So I'm seeing here. This doesn't really do anything. This does. This does. And potentially this. Yeah, this should be fine.
Alright. There we go.
Let's. Okay, this is far more reasonable.
I got a good hand too. Got to see my absolutely beautiful Yorion sideboard there.
Oh, nice.
For the viewers of the stream, which means I just had like 4 ofs and 3 ofs of cards that you would never typically board 4 ofs and 3 ofs.
I really like these sack lands. Should probably look into playing them more on these budget battles.
Yeah, I've actually been finding myself like playing, like you saw, I had some copies in the black green deck as well, and like yeah, like Because like the tap gain lands are just better.
Mm-hmm.
But like it feels like I would play those lookouts and whatnot before I would play like Woodland Stream, for example.
Yeah.
At least in a 60 card deck. In a 80 card deck, you just play whatever dual lands you literally can put in your deck. But
Yeah.
um, actually, I think I'm actually able to do that. Speaking of, by the way, love the Kamigawa art on
Mm-hmm.
these gain lands.
All right. So actually, what am I doing? A.
Resolves. Not
All
that
right.
I'm playing counter magic, mind you.
Yeah. You could be long conning me.
I've been long conning you since we met. This whole time, I've always been a dirty counterspell player. Yeah, this feels correct. This is a card I've been really impressed by in these Yorion decks.
Oh, the Urban Utopia?
Yeah, you see cards like Abundant Growth that get played in like the what's its name? In the like Omnath like mid-range decks in Modern. That's basically just a 1-mana version of this card.
That is
Not even
draw literal nothing.
Okay.
That's
I think the longer this game goes, the more it benefits me, so I'm fine.
Oh
with
yeah,
this.
absolutely.
So I have more, I think, more impactful things to do than you do. All right. Grab an island. Play an Elvish Visionary.
All right. Well, this is real bad because I'm just giving you value, but I need to scry.
Honestly, I would have probably kept that Voltage Surge before that Fading Hope.
I have other removal spells.
Oh no, you made me go to cleanup. That's brutal.
Oh. My secret plan has been revealed. Okay, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you have? Sure. You know what? Let's just... This is what I came here to do.
It was the long con.
I knew it.
I've been sitting on the gates this whole time. Magic is a game you play with friends.
Yeah.
That's why you lie and connive your way to the top, chat.
That's why you like Ledger Shredder.
You're damn right. No evidence, no crime, right, my guy? Hey, I put in the stream title there will be blood, so.
Yeah. Indeed you
so
did.
Imagine if I were to counterspell this.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Just kidding. No,
I'm
playing 4 negates in my sideboard. It's nothing so
fair.
drastic.
I mean, I also have counterspell in my sideboard. I just haven't seen any of it, so you know.
I'm not even entirely sure you'd bring them in here. Unless it was Disdainful Stroke. I'd bring like a card like that in here, but.
Mm-hmm. I'd also say Vivian. Like, Vivian's one of those things where it's just like... Because it becomes, something more...
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna quick turn off my auto triggering.
Oh yeah, so it
So I can put this Arboreal Grazer on the bottom of the stack.
I'll tell you what.
Well, I suppose I missed out on a little value there, but I can actually just go like this.
We're just gonna...
No Lightning Axe, my dude.
Heck yeah.
my 4-mana 4/5 that's gonna draw me 4 cards
Yeah.
and scry 6. That's gonna go on them. Sorry, it's gonna draw me 4 cards. I'll do it like that.
Jesus. We're just gonna resolve all. I
See-
got nothing for the
see-
rest of the turn.
This all seems quite strong. I think I'm down to have. I'm down to clown, as they say. That one. Oh, and that conveniently put me down to 7 cards.
Alright, well. Neat.
Okay. Let's get me some extra mana.
Aha! I have an opening.
Yeah, if you got something like a big score, this is a perfect window to resolve it.
Yep.
Take action, because why would I ever not take action? Okay, okay.
Yep. That is
I'll take that.
certainly a card.
I also have Forms of Stone Rains.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I got to take your land and I got to eat a treasure. It's like
Yeah.
everything I wanted. Get in for 0. Power. Unlimited power.
It's rough. It's rough.
What can our protagonist do here, Chad?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I'm playing Yorion. I'm the bad guy. Like,
Yeah.
I just played a 4-mana 4/5 that drew me 4 cards and scryed 6. That makes me immediately the villain of this story. I genuinely thought that was on the other mode for half a second. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, those have haste. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna scry too. With the Bad Omen. Bottom. Everybody gets a bottom. I have a lot of lands in play, holy shit. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go like look at my deck list. Yeah, I'm just gonna play another one. At this point, it just blocks those things.
Yeah, jeez. That's a yikes from me, man.
Age of the
Gotta-
Treachery. Turns out, still a pretty dirty
Yeah.
card.
Pretty good card.
Another one. You've drawn as many cards as me, chat. You always have the negate. Do you have the negate back, though?
I do.
Nice. Not bad.
I mean, I'm tapped out, so
Yeah, now, I could play a cleanup crew from my hand. Or I could do the sick play of playing this Elvish Visionary into this Vivian of the Hunt
oh god.
to plus this on the Visionary to go and get a Reclamation Sage for brownie points.
All right, we're done here. Oh no. Man, that one's significantly worse than my playtesting.
Yeah, that one. Well, I think to be fair, like such a go big deck. Like
Yeah.
my deck could easily be playing cards like Ugin as the mythic and whatnot. Hey, I got a pack of Dungeons and Dragons. But
Hey.
yeah, like that was brutal, Drabby Noobs.
Yeah.
That was the clean sweep.
Yeah.
2
that
matches
was,
in, 4 games up, no
that's
losses.
rough. Not gonna lie, that is rough.
All right, well, since that was such a brutal ass kicking, which is not what we're going for here, chat. It was, in fact, 2 weeks in a row of me just stomping Drabby Noobs' head on
Absolute
stream.
stomping. Well, like in a lot of those, I was drawing lands too. So
You did
maybe
flood a
there's
lot, yeah.
maybe there's something in my deck building I have to look at.
Maybe. Maybe. How many lands are you playing in that blue-red deck?
In the blue red deck, we have. Oh yeah, look at that, 22. But wait, what?
Wait, with
Hold on,
22, that's a low count. Like,
that's a low count, and I'm still flooding.
well, to be fair, it is a deck that draws a lot of cards. So, like,
Yeah.
when like a small flood becomes a big flood pretty easily.
True.
So, like, whenever you do flood, it's gonna seem especially bad. But yeah, the opposite could be true as well, where you don't see anything, and then that is also extra pronounced. What about the other deck, the rack deck?
The rack deck, I believe, is also 22.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's a good land number, for the average deck, especially one that you could maybe trim to 21 on the blue red deck, if you're playing anything like Consider or anything like that.
Hmm.
Because you could probably that's one way you can cheat on lands and decks like that is where you play more cantrip effects,
Yeah, to
especially
draw.
ones that surveil or scry. So that might be an option for that deck where you because it does
Surveil.
feel like you could get away with less lands.
Yeah, consider would actually be really good. The surveil is actually relevant.
Yeah, being able to like bin something you don't need in your hand, like the pitch make a treasure spells,
Hmm.
as an example. All right, well I'll give you the opportunity. Could, we could either replay, or you can play whichever deck you want against whichever deck of mine. It's your choice, or
Well,
you could pick the wild card deck that I
I
have.
mean, we're going wild card. That's
All right,
I
got
gotta go wild card.
an attempt fate. Okay, I respect it. Let me go ahead.
Listen, the boat is a boat, but the box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
It's true. You're not wrong. It could very easily be. So this is actually a deck for those who watch my Sunday Snapchat that I actually talked about as a deck I was thinking about bringing, but ultimately did decide against. So that this is the wild card is one of the decks that I put work into, but it did not quite live up to the expectations I would have as far as a functioning pile of Magic cards. This hand is perfect in every way.
This is fine.
Actually, hold up. Your decks that you played have 0 creatures in them. I should mulligan.
Yeah, this deck is creatureless.
I have so many mythics in my hand.
Oh my gosh. Dusk Legion Zealot.
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm playing so many Elvish Visionaries. Yeah, point your removal spells at it. Watch
Yeah.
me care.
How come I doubt that?
There's a very good reason for you to doubt that. Wow, I've just drawn a lot of not spells. I'm just kidding. Technically, I did draw a lot of spells. I also drew. They're just very specific spells that I think you're gonna love to see when I put one on the stack.
We're gonna do this,
I think it's gonna bring you much
This.
joy.
and then, I mean,
Is it worth cracking that treasure?
I was wondering if it was worth tapping out.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I figure you're gonna get a land either way. But
Yeah, this
no,
is
it's
Budget Battle City, baby. We got lots
yeah,
of basics.
it's a cantrip.
All right, let's play this thing.
Oh my, oh, it's this one. Oh,
Yeah, it's Demonic Pact, baby. Let's do
oh no.
it.
Okay.
Can our hero deal with enchantments? Is the real question.
Not in the main deck.
Funnily
Not-
enough, my Rakdos deck actually has a main deck way of dealing with your big enchantment.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because there's a card that you and I highlighted in our set review that
Yeah.
has yet to see really any play.
Mhm.
Do I pick this one? Do I pick the one on the far right, or do I pick? Making you discard cards kind of feels bad. I guess I'll go with this one. That was a good draw. Dusk Legion Zealot.
Dusk Legion Zealot.
Oh, wow, I'm so good at this game. Wishclaw Talisman. You're living on borrowed time there, friend.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. We're just doing it.
It's a good one. Do you have a cheap instant or sorcery?
I do. I do.
That's really good then. You got just a murderer's row of good cards in there. Okay,
What are we
trigger.
playing?
It's gonna. Or it's just the top one again, right? Burn down the house. It's a good one.
Burning down the house.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna go this way.
I mean, that would make sense. Yep.
Well, I mean, it is not really all that good when you're playing that card. All right. Time to show you the ultimate technology. All right, which one is which? All right, that's the one. I've picked 2 modes. Got your ass. Second enchantment, boy.
Oh boy.
It is
You did-
quite insane how that card actually is really good in this deck.
Okay, so
It's a way to get rid of a demonic pack before I have to choose to lose the game.
Oh, it's cat time.
Yeah, we're coming up on it.
Well, it's time. It's time for the cat to no, my cat here is playing with its toy. It's
Got 6 mana.
it gets obnoxiously loud when it plays with its toy.
Target opponent gains control of target permanent I control.
Ah, excellent. Jesus Christ. All right, all right.
What does he have?
What does he
What
have?
can our hero do, chat?
In the main deck, nothing. That's the thing. I'm gonna be obstinate. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna use my clock as a resource.
Take that 2 damage. All right. I just gotta deal
Just in
14
case.
damage at instant speed.
Just in case. I'll make it a little easier for you. Alright, I'll take your arcane bombardment.
All right, just gotta deal 12 damage at instant speed. Let's go. Just gotta top deck that Boros you can't lose the game spell.
Yep, there it is. Yep, the glory. Woo! We did the combo!
Oh my god.
You just got cat packed.
Wait a minute. No, I have a full sideboard for this. Why do I only have 7?
Oh, did it did it mangle your sideboard?
It mangled my sideboard. I only have part of my
Oh,
sideboard.
that's weird, cause yeah, like when we registered for best of one, I only saw 7 cards in my what the hell's the name of it? The Yorion deck, but it fixed itself when
Weird.
we went to regular games.
Sure. That's Yeah, no, I have a full sideboard for this one.
Huh.
I even like modified it. Like I even modified the sideboard after our game. So yeah. That's weird. Not entirely sure. This. Okay.
I don't have like enough cards to take out against you. I guess that's like
I wonder if that's what happened with the rack deck.
that must be what happened. Like, maybe did the 4-man on no, because like even if there's 15 cards in the deck builder and it's registered to a best of 1 format, it'll still like if you play a best of 3 match, it should show them. But
Okay, now it's behaving the way it should and not giving me lands.
got Mulligan that brutal.
Okay, this is the way.
This
This
is
is the
the way.
okay. We're just gonna put those.
Oh, this is brutal. My thoughts seize you, brother.
Oh, okay. I would have a different counter spell.
Oh, Yeah, no, I just realized, yeah, you just brought Mystical Dispute in against me.
Yeah, I brought Mystical Disputing in against you because it's all I had.
Rough. Guess I'll grab a Swamp.
Okay.
These are actually in the main deck, by the way, these Soul Guide Lanterns.
I mean, it's a good main deck card.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you can just get away with, like, a copy or two. Well, the other idea was that I wanted something that I could sack to Fatal Grudge.
Mm.
To, like, deal with artifacts in my main deck. Because I was already going to have to play 4 copies of Fatal Grudge anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's best to do this. No, it's best to go with this guy. So I need to hold up. I actually need the lantern to exile your graveyard. Because you are, in fact, a graveyard-based combo deck. Ooh, considers.
True.
Did you change the deck at all?
I just put the considers in.
That's fair. Yeah, this seems like a no. This seems like a slam dunk for that deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, exact. That's the exact card I was thinking of too. Of like, if that's on, because that's not a card you want in your hand, really. So.
Yeah, I have a The deck does have a backup plan. You've just never seen the card.
Ah, is it your 4th mythic?
It is my 4th mythic.
I guess this thing. See, got the theater. Just have access to all the things. End the turn. The other thing I like is that, like, this deck's playing a 1 main deck Cling to Dust. So, like, having a land that puts itself in the graveyard also lets me have a means of, like, feeding a card like that. I would also like it if I was, like, trying to make Kroxa work in a budget deck would be another card that I think of. Go black. Take action. Swamp. That card is surprisingly good, oddly enough.
Which one?
The Cleansing Wildfire. I've actually been like really impressed by that.
I've been enjoying it. Just even as a just get you off of colors and draw a card as a cantrip.
No, I'm the one having mana problems, and I'm actually playing 24 lands in my deck. It doesn't help that you're making me like play the additional lands out of my deck. This is a sideboard graveyard hate card that I've been super impressed by playing, like, because I played a lot in Pioneer, where it's like very similar. It's like the first half of Soul Guide Lantern, but with like the back half of Relic of Progenitus.
Yeah,
which is like really impressive.
Oh, we want that.
The Celestis, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm meant to let that happen. I think it's correct. Just I need cards.
Fair.
I am very short on cards. I'll play this guy first. Dusk Legion Zealot beatdown. Let's go.
Yeah.
Duress you.
I mean, there's
sick. Could have countered that.
I know.
This feels like ooh, you didn't want to pay 3 there? That feels like an easy pay 3.
Oh, it's not a.
Oh, activate only as a sorcery. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another. Oh, that's the other backup plan. Okay. I mean, that's really bad here, but.
Yeah. It is.
You're not the only one playing rack cards today.
Oh no.
I mean, I still need to like draw a 4th land, otherwise I don't think I stand even remotely a chance of winning this game, but like even just like a play with fire off the top of your deck here would be pretty brutal. It's a Cleansing Wildfire. It is a Cleansing Wildfire. Yeah, go grab a mountain.
Can we draw something playable? We cannot. Okay.
Eat through that hand of yours, and yeah, man, I just gotta play the old demonic pact here.
Wow. Wow. Oh, so bad.
And you still have a lot of cheap like instants and sorceries you can draw here.
Yeah, the
Problem is,
problem.
with no cards in hand, Thousand Year Storm just like doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Neither do like these like seize the spoils and whatnot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You're at 11, huh? Can I kill you with this damage trigger? I think I can actually. Oh, it changes from night to day. So you're actually at that. Oh yeah, we're getting extra aggressive. I'm not even gonna kill you with the pact, lose the game combo. I'm gonna have actually beat you to death. Oh, so bad.
Boom.
Broke. I'll draw 2 cards. I will kill you with this demonic pact trigger.
Yep.
We did a chat. We even took him in the wild card match.
Feels bad. Feels bad, man.
I don't know what it is that like this keeps happening, Dreamy Noobs.
I don't understand either.
I do think that's a matchup where something like that would be prone to happen.
Yeah,
like,
no, in that matchup for sure.
Like, you mulliganed twice, I thought-seized you, I duressed you, which the duress wasn't as important, but that took quantity of cards away from you, which it feels like your deck needs just a critical mass in hand.
Mm. But, yeah, the interaction that we still did not get to see, but you got to see the 2 cards. The spells off of Arcane Bombardment get copied by Thousand Year Storm.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense, because it's casting a copy, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it would trigger 1,000 Year Storm, which would then, trigger it multiple times. No, that seems really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Feels like a straight-up Commander deck combo, but...
Well, I mean, the 1,000 Year Storm deck did get some play in Standard.
It did.
When it was around.
Yeah, it just sucked, was its problem.
Well, it also had
Niv Mizzet to compete with and whatnot.
Yeah, well, and then it also needed like the Ral Planeswalker. That's
where
you cast or copy a spell.
Well, and then it turned out, then you never really even needed the 1,000 Year Storm to do the, because like the old combo with Ral was you'd minus and then you'd cast expansion. On the stack of something else, and then the copy of expansion would just keep copying expansion.
Yep.
So you just keep going, and then you eventually just kill your opponent with the Ral static ability. So it's just like 1,000 Year Storm was cool, but there was like just better ways of doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Or just like better things to do in that color combination. Where definitely feels like a deck like yours could play a card like Niv Mizzet for like mirror match type games, because like it would when your opponent does like a big bomby turn with the bombardment, like every one of those would trigger your Niv Mizzet.
Okay, so I only had 7 in my sideboard, but I had 15 when we started.
Huh.
So at some point it wiped out half of my sideboard.
Yeah, I don't get why that, because like we did do where we accidentally went to a best of 1 challenge queue, and but it didn't wipe out my sideboard.
Yeah, it wiped out my sideboard. It's the same thing with I have 7 of 7.
Oh, it changed what format your deck's actually set to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Which doesn't make sense. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. I think we've had an issue with that in the past.
Yeah.
Where I know we did that happened once to some of our historic decks.
Yeah, I'm changing it now because obviously that sucks.
That is a weird bug.
I am gonna keep playing the bombardment deck because
I think that deck has legs.
Yeah, it's
especially in a place like standard. The cards like Vanishing Verse get played, but I feel like it's a really fun looking standard deck.
Oh yeah, it's I've played against it in standard, and it's always like a coin flip, but
yeah, it's you could beat them down. I think it's a fun deck. I think if you're looking to do something very fun and very different, it's a very fun thing to look at.
And and it's a slow it's more of a slow value deck as opposed to like a combo deck. So
Yeah.
those are the kind of things I like. It's just in a
Well,
color I
and
usually
there's
want
some
to play.
things you can do in especially if you're gonna play an Explorer, because you said you mostly ported it over
From standard, yeah.
from standard. Now, from our budget perspective, it gets a little tight, but like you can do things in that deck. Like you could play Alrund's Epiphany, right? Like if you really wanted to, just like that would be another way to really take advantage of that card. Because like it feels like if you have like a turn where you're like, well, cast Alrund's Epiphany, trigger Bombardment, cast the copy, then you get to take another turn, like, and you can just keep the chain going and keep getting triggers. It feels like that would be like probably the idealized version of a deck like that, where it's like the old
Yeah.
blue-red Alrund's Epiphany decks, but with this like this combo built in to so that just taking the extra turns is all you need. But yeah, it just feels like there's definitely a lot of different ways you could go with it once you break out of the budget. So
For
of
sure.
course, what did you think of the decks I brought today, Drabby Noobs? We'll start with your
Um,
thoughts.
so the man, the I really like the Yorion deck. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's like the Simic ramp. We'll
Yeah.
bring that up on screen for the folks at home. And
Uh,
these will all be available at the Moxfield account for the channel. That's moxfield.com/the saltiest gaijin. So I should really make a command for that.
I really do not remember what was in my. Remember, I sideboarded negates against you. They were gone.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get why that happened.
Well, it's okay. I'm updating it. It's not exactly the same, but
Yeah, so this was the Yorion deck though. For those watching on the stream, it was just it's a very basic Simic ramp deck, but some of the things you didn't get to see, Drabby Noob. So the idea here was that I built the deck. There should be the Cascading Cataracts, like one of these breeding pools should be that. Totally forgot to do that, but yeah, just like Vivian is kind of the build around here. That was the idea that I started with, is I really wanted to build around Vivian on the hunt, because this card is disgustingly good and worth the 4 mythic wild cards. And it just sort of turned into, well, I'll just play some good 2-drops and then a 3-drop that draws a card, a 4-drop that essentially draws a card, ramps me one, and then some valuable 5-drops. Mind Flayer was the only one you didn't get to see.
okay.
It's just being like a good like thing to do against like kind of other creature decks. One thing that every Yorion deck suffers from, and it's especially pronounced in budget, is how bad your sideboard is. Because these decks have to play a lot of 4-ofs, and the truth is that puts you in a position where a lot of your cards aren't very impactful. So this one was a lot of fun. I think this is another fun, like Yorion in general feels like a card that is relatively unexplored, pun intended, in Explorer, and I think it's a deceptively fun budget option. Now, from your decks, we talked a lot about your bombardment deck, but the other deck you brought, the rack deck, I think that deck is good in concept. I am worried that it was struggling a bit in its execution, though.
Well, it suffers in the same way that rack decks always suffer. Is if your opponent can get just their stuff on the board, and then it's like, oh, cool. So my discard does nothing.
Yeah, so all your discard spells don't do anything, which is why it definitely feels like if you're gonna play that deck, I almost want to be like, well, like you have to be like decidedly knowing that the metagame is not aggressive, first of all.
Yeah.
Which means you shouldn't be doing it in this format, because the other half is it feels like you have to be very careful, because like we played that deck versus the Reanimator deck. It's like there are cards that if you make me discard, like I actively want to discard them, which that's a problem that expands outside of the budget battle. Parhelion is the tier 0 deck in this format right now.
Yeah.
And so you actively do not want to make them have to discard cards. However, I think there's a fix for that in those decks. Because something that I was thinking about while you were playing was just like, well, you could probably be playing cards like Cling to Dust in your deck, right? Like ways to exile cards from your opponent's graveyard, or like in a more idealized fashion, your deck would be on like Kroxas to have like a threat that can block on the battlefield while also achieving the game plan, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Backed up by like a Meathook Massacre. So like I think like that's a deck that like its budget formed I don't think did it any justice. ultimately. Because like if I would really want to go into a deck like that, honestly, I'd probably lean more towards like playing the Croxas. I'd still go with like the Fenlurker. I feel like exiling cards from your opponent's hand is just better than discarding them. And
Mhm.
then like either Burglar Rat, Virus Beetle. Feels like Virus Beetle was actually a better choice in your deck because you were playing
I
Voltage
was
Surge.
playing Virus Beetle. You just never saw it.
Okay, so you're playing that in it. You're playing what 12 of the 2 drops?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep. Yeah, you just never saw it. That's all.
Okay, that makes sense because yeah, that's like a really good card there. But it also feels like the on the other half of it, the other thing you could be doing is playing cards like Voldaren Epicure / Blood Tithe Harvester.
Hmm.
Well, it's just being like really good budget Rakdos options. But it feels like blood tokens could also be good because as the game drags on, you can discard the virus beetles
Oh yeah.
and the burglar rats. So it definitely feels like there's something there. Just more of a you gotta really find the right combination of cards, and it's probably
Mhm.
not within the budget
No,
ultimately.
no, yeah, and that's the thing. But that the whole point is to experiment with these.
Oh,
What is
exactly.
possible?
These are not finished products, as you've probably heard us say. We do minimal play testing before we. These are concept to build to play in the episode because we want really just the raw essence of the idea
Yeah.
to be on display. Because I did cut this one. This was going to be in my lineup this week, but I thought the other decks would be better. But the demonic pack deck, um, again, another deck that suffers honestly from being in the budget. Worked around it a lot, but still, it's something that would be just strictly better if I was playing non-budget Magic, because then I'd have the sky's the limit. I could play a bunch of different cards, but it's a deck that I really like. Just whether or not it's actually worth playing is the other question.
Mhm.
Are there
Yeah, and
now? Go ahead.
the only reason I play tested Bombardment is because I was unsure if Bombardment and Thousand Year Storm work together the way I thought they did.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you just wanted to try the interaction out, which makes
Yep.
sense. Now, Drabby Noobs, we're going to be bringing our episode to a close here in a few minutes. What,
Hmm.
if anything, have you had ideas for next week?
I'll be honest. I have not thought that far ahead.
Respectable, understandable. I'll shoot my idea. I'm going to figure out a way to play. So a deck we played in historic budget battle, right? Arclight Phoenix. I think I'm gonna experiment in that space, but specifically not necessarily around Arclight Phoenix, but around Ledger Shredder.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, that seems.
it is dominant in literally every constructed format in at least one deck. Can it be dominant in the budget battle? Is the real question.
That is the real question. Yeah.
That's what matters more than anything else. Can it? Is it worth 4 of your 12 rare wild cards? So that's been what's been kicking around in my head. But I've been having to play a lot of modern, watch a lot of modern, play some Pioneer, watch some Pioneer, get ready for this weekend. I ignored Legacy entirely. It's just a bunch of gibberish to me at this point. Though I'm sure my teammates should both just be on Ledger Shredders, just 4 copies in whatever format we're playing.
Oh, and this weekend is the first monthly play-in, correct?
That's correct. I think it is this weekend, which is weird because it's during the set championship.
Yeah.
You think you'd want to have it like the week after or something, but yeah, this weekend is the Streets of New Capenna set championship, which is a standard historic split.
Hmm.
Why would we ever play Alchemy at this event? Nor who actually wants to play Alchemy at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are. You can attest to this as well. A lot of people seem really sour on Alchemy, as in literally nobody
Yeah.
wants to play it or even talk about it.
There are people who have straight up said online. They're like, man, could we just like go back and make it never happen?
Yeah, honestly, I would like be upset. Like even after I spent all those wild cards and alchemy cards, like if they just stopped making them. Like, but the sad thing is that like not only has the format been received overall negatively, even after like we had the honeymoon phase when it started, everyone's like, oh, it's a fun format, and then they started injecting more and more cards into the format, and like everyone's like, this isn't fun anymore. Please stop. And then they're like, Alchemy Horizon, Battle for Baldur's Gate.
Oh my god, yeah.
Can't wait to see all them digitally rebalanced commander cards going into a rotating format.
What could
How does
possibly
it
go
work?
wrong?
It rotates with standard. How do non-standard sets rotate out of standard? Can you explain that to me, Draminos? Can you explain to me how
I
rotation
uh
works when there's 10 sets in standard? I'm sorry,
I honestly
10 sets with by that point 4 mini sets.
mhm.
It is so horrendously not thought out. It feels like. And I've been reading. You've been reading these commander spoilers, right? We don't talk about
Oh yeah.
commander spoilers all that much on this channel, but like some of the cards we're reading are just like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? How are they gonna butcher well over 100 cards and slap them on Arena?
Yeah.
Also, why? Like nobody is asking for. As a matter of fact, I remember they quietly announced the Alchemy Horizon set, and literally everybody caught on and was just like, we all had this like collective moan of just like, why, God, no. We don't. We already get upset about the mini alchemy sets and how they have a bunch of bad mythics and bad rares and like 2 good uncommons or some whatever dumb ratio of useless cards they throw in there. And now we're getting a whole set that will likely be either it'll destroy the format, whether that's alchemy and then historic, or it'll be so mediocre and just be like a trap for people to buy product.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that gets me, by the way, is that like there's gonna be adventure cards. There's gonna be, I'm sure there. I can't work. There weren't party cards. There were adventure cards, venture cards. Which, by the way, how does venture work now? Because
Okay, so
this thing
so
has like venture into specific dungeons.
yes, so it's specifically the Undercity, which is
Yes,
a
venture
thing
into
in all.
Undercity, and then there's like Undercity dungeons.
Yes. So and it's just one dungeon.
Yeah, right. As of now, at
so,
least.
so if you are not currently in a dungeon, you will venture into Undercity.
Yeah, I feel like that's just making the mechanic worse.
Although yeah, so otherwise you'll just venture further into the dungeon that you're currently on.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Because that makes it feel like it'll either play well with the current venture cards or like if since the new but like if the Undercity doesn't play well into your game plan, then you could just like never play that one first.
Mhm.
Because like I think the real power of venture, and I say power with like a very tiny lowercase p, uh, is that it's flexible to a degree. Like you had options, a lot of options to choose from, which is like the thing everybody praises about the mechanic. But it feels like they literally just like were like took the best part of the mechanic away. Because I feel like personally, what it should be is that if it ever returns, it should just be a 4th dungeon as an option, but it's only legal that dungeon choice is only valid in formats where that card is legal.
Okay.
Or rather, where that set that dungeon came from is legal. Because I feel like that's pretty easy to grasp, right? It's no different than like why are snowlands not always legal and standard sort of deal.
Yeah.
Where it's like realistically it doesn't matter, but in actuality it is a different card.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, like it'd be no different than like dungeons. We'll say snow dungeons as an example of like, yeah, you can only do this, and that would also keep it so that like future standard sets, if they brought venture back in standard, it would venture into whatever dungeons that ventures into. But in like modern, your venture cards venture into 6 different dungeons. So it's just like it really can recontextualize cards for different formats, it feels like. So it feels like it's a failed opportunity, is what I'm saying. Is that the way they've chosen to go with Venture in this second iteration just feels like it's like taking all of the positives of the first time we did it and just like getting rid of that and then like making this like actively like narrow version of the effect. I don't know. I don't like it.
Well,
I do
mean,
like the adventure cards though.
I do like initiative, because it combines dungeons, which are okay, and Monarch, which is the best multiplayer thing that's ever existed.
The initiative. I haven't read this one yet. Whenever
So
one or
it's
more.
go there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just read it here. We got. Whenever one or. Oh my gosh. My screen just went black. There we go. Let me read. Where is this at here? Give me the rules text. Whenever one or more creatures a player controls deals combat damage to you, that player takes the initiative. Whenever you take the initiative at the beginning of your upkeep, venture into Undercity. Okay, that's a fun mechanic, but again, it's in that narrow Undercity venture version.
Yeah, but they're trying to keep it thematic to the setting, the universe beyond.
Yeah, and I get that. Like, I definitely understand and appreciate the reasons why it's being designed the way it is. It just feels like, there could have been more, like, horizontal integration with other venture cards, where, like, this stuff just feels like, I guess if you're already in a dungeon, this works, but, like, the fact is that if this is your first venture, you're only going into Undercity, and that just, I don't know, it just feels rather boring compared to what it could have been.
Okay, I get you.
Well, there's a lot of really fun cards though. Let's look at Mythic Spoiler real quick. We'll close out on talking about Commander Legends because there were some cards that I actually do like the I sent you this one on Discord actually, Tasha the Witch Queen.
Oh yeah, very excited about Tasha.
This is a card that I'm tempted to almost build a Commander deck because I like this card so much. Where it's a 5-drop. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, you make a 3/3 black demon. Love it already. Gonti, eat your heart out. You got +1 to draw a card for each opponent, exile up to one instant sorcery card from their graveyard with a page counter on it, and then -3 you can cast a spell from among the cards you've exiled with page counter. So I really like this card. +1 in a 4-person commander game, a +1 to potentially draw technically 4 cards.
Mm-hmm.
A soft draw 3 and a hard draw 1.
And it's with a page counter on it, which is important because it means it's not specifically linked to her as an entity.
That's correct. Yes. So that means if her as an entity, and what that means for the chat that might not be super deep into the rules is that if she basically like cards like Nightveil Spectre, if they leave, which would be when you deal damage to your opponent, you exile the top card and you can play it. If Nightveil Spectre leaves zones, changes zones, then you can no longer play the card. Right? Or am I thinking of a different card?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes. Where this is, once it's exiled, if she comes down at a later turn, she can -3 right away and cast one of those cards.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, is the idea. Is that this is the way we tracked this shit through zones, without the digital-only stuff, which is why some of the digital-only mechanics really bug me. Because they're just, like, simplified versions of things we already had.
Yeah.
Now, you're a Commander player. I want to hear a Commander player's perspective on the background mechanic.
Okay. So, it depends on who you talk to, obviously. You can't talk anything Commander without people getting up in arms about it. But it seems like because the commanders with background choose a background and the backgrounds themselves are all monocolored, everyone seems to be more or less okay with it.
It's fairly balanced. So to be sure I understand, if I have a green legendary creature that says pick a background, can I pick any background, or does it have to be the mono green one?
You can pick any background.
And does that change my color identity?
It would change your color identity for the deck, yes.
Okay, and then does the background count in my 99?
So yeah, it's the same with if you had a partner. So technically, if you had a partner, your deck is 98.
Okay, and is that the same as companions too?
No, companions. You can only have a companion that would fit within your commander's identity.
Okay, so that's a little different.
Yes.
Okay, no, that's really cool. I actually like that then, because that means they put in a bunch of different color combinations without actually having to print more than 5 different creatures, right?
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much what they did here, and I think that's really, really cool, actually. I think that they did that perfectly. Give them all the credit in the world. All I know is that I really, really want to play a deck where I get to play Cultist of the Absolute. Because that's my kind of magic right there. That seems really nuts. But the fact is it's only nuts with like specific commanders, and I can't imagine that it's that drastically nuts with these commanders.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you could choose a background for any commander, this would be stupid. But
And we
it's
call that format Oathbreaker, and
yeah.
that's why people don't like that format. Yeah, no, I think this is a set a lot of commander players are gonna love, a lot of legacy players are gonna hate, and yeah, where's my boy Wilson? Wilson Refined Grizzly. Look at that
Ah,
card.
yes.
That's the best card in the set. That's a card that, if it was a common, would be so cool. This is the one card I'm excited for when we go back to a budget battle for Historic, is that I can play 4 copies of Wilson. And I think the
Yes.
Bear Tribal cards are actually in Historic from Jumpstart.
Yes, they are actually.
I might even play a Wilson Commander deck, to be fair.
Yeah, Wilson is great.
Wilson... Oh, Wilson could choose a background?
Yes.
Oh
So
my
you can
gosh,
choose-
I could play him with... He would be nuts with this Cultist of the Absolute.
Yeah, but also you could also choose him to be raised by giants. So he's just a 2-mana 10/10.
Well then. But you do have to play mono green to do that, which is, yeah, commander creature. Well, I mean, that's a 6-drop background, though, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, as we all know, 6 mana in green in commander. Oh,
It's basically
impossible.
free. It's
Yeah.
basically free. Depending, and especially if budget is not with not a consideration, it is actually just like negative mana to cast 6 drops. Yeah, I'm all about Wilson. Wilson is best name in the set. Wilson, the Refined Grizzly, but also can't be countered. Vigilance, Reach, Trample. This thing might as well have haste.
Yeah.
Ward 2. Play it with the Golgari with Cultist of the Absolute, and he's a 2-mana 5/5 with Flying, Death Touch, can't be countered, Vigilant. He'd have Vigilance, Reach, Trample, Flying, Death Touch, Ward 2. And he can't be countered. And he also has Ward Pay 3 life, so he actually has 2 Ward abilities. It's too good, Drabby Noobs. It's too good. I'm all about it. I might have to build a commander deck now. Cultist of the Absolute plus Wilson.
Yeah, I want to build Tasha, but I'm debating whether I want her to be the commander or her to be in the 99. Because we also have that Grixis vampire that came out recently that does something similar.
Xander?
Yeah, the one that allows you to no, not Xander, the one that has like the 2 hybrid mana in it.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea. To be honest. Oh, is it the one from the newest set?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's whenever her or a vampire enters play under your control,
Oh, that
exile
one.
the top card. Yeah.
Yeah, that card. That card's a fun card. Yeah, I could understand why you'd be struggling. I think it comes down to how many colors you'd want to play, right?
Yeah. I do already have a Prosper deck, which gives you treasures for playing cards from exile.
Oh, Reflecting Pool.
So, you know.
I want to point out, by the way, the gate support in this set.
Oh yeah.
There's gates, like they're the jumpstart lands, it looks like, where they're going to enter, you choose a color, and then they tap for a set color and then the chosen color. So we're getting a cycle, basically, of just 5 guild gates that can be whatever 2-color combination with their base color.
Oh, and then Baldur's Gate.
We're getting Baldur's Gate. There was one other gate that I saw. Yeah, this other gate. I'm gonna pull up. The Gon's Gate, which is gates you control enter the battlefield untapped.
Oh.
As a static ability.
Oh.
At uncommon, by the way.
Oh.
It's a gate itself. It has tap for colorless, and then it's a Plaza of Harmony beyond that. And it's a gate itself, by the way. So, my theory is that, and I sent you a message about this, is that if we're going to be playing historic budget battles ever again, Gate Tribal just got a whole hell of a lot better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And not only that, like you could reasonably play Maze's End in a not 5-color deck.
Yeah, we are getting to a point now where it's like you'll have probably enough guild gates where you could play 10 gates without it really being a concern. But it feels like now it's like well, you play Gon's Gate, you play you. It also feels like, by the way, like just for those people who love playing gate commander decks, but like that's also really cool. But like yeah, just this gate support is really cool, and that's like something that draws me to maybe wanting to play historic again. Is that I can play with like, these fun shitty gates decks that lose hard. But
Oh,
notable
the
reprints by the way with the battle
the
lands.
5-color gate, super good with that.
Which gate?
The one that you have to pay one or sacrifice it when it comes into play.
Oh yeah, that card's really good because you play with the Gone Gate. You play that. The Gone Gate pays for it and it's entering untapped.
Well, the Gone Gate doesn't even have to pay for it. It can pay for itself.
That's true. Yeah.
If you have Gone Gate in play.
Yeah, exactly. It's like yeah, you just get to play this land. It's still it enters tapped, but you take the pay one off of it.
Yeah.
Which is really powerful, and it makes your Gone Gate tap for 5 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems like yeah, like this all seems really good. Plus, like a Gone Gate is like so good. Makes me really wish we would have gotten these cards. I don't know. It makes these are cards that I would love to have like in Pioneer/Explorer, but like I get why. I get why we don't have those. Why we won't get them. But then yeah, I just think the other gates that let you choose it. They're basically just the jumpstart lands, just with the subtype gate.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought that was interesting as well, where they're just like, yeah, we'll just make 5 more gates. We'll make 7 gates in a set. Boom. So many gates. And then Lord forbid you play you know, I imagine we'll see a gate-based mana base somewhere in Alchemy, so why not at that point?
The Basilisk Collar.
They're reprinting Basilisk Collar?
Yeah, with really sick art.
Cool. Where's it at?
I'm on the Goldfish site. So.
Oh, that's
this
fair.
this is the extended art. Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that Basilisk Collar does look cool. With an actual basilisk and not what looks like a pug. Like Arcane Signet with cool art. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's this Faceless one card I saw people talking about. It's a legendary enchantment creature background.
Yes.
And it chooses a background.
Yes. So it's for the draft format. Primarily.
That makes sense. I like that though. And then the diamonds getting reprinted, that's always nice. Those are mana rocks that people actually care about. I mean, they should be printing the, what the hell are they called? The medallions again at some point, but, you know, the secondary market doesn't impact their decisions. I say, while they all do insider trading with on TCG Player, but whatever.
Yep.
All right, I think that's a good place to wrap it up there, Drabby Noops.
I think so, too.
So, we didn't get to our podcast last weekend, nor did we get to it this weekend. But I think...
we forgot about it.
We did also forget about the topic we were going to bring up. But I want to wrap this up because we're getting to that point. Yeah. I'm thinking what we'll do is I'll be back Monday, and I'll probably be doing I'll be doing my stream on Tuesday, and then, of course, we'll be back for the budget battle on Thursday. I vote that during next week's budget battle, we're going to start the show by talking about one of our podcast topics we've been wanting to talk about, which is our historic anthology Explorer wish list.
Yes.
So that'll be, we'll narrow it down to where we each have 5 selections, and we'll talk about those on stream, of course, and have a wonderful time chatting it up. And then, of course, we'll have our regular budget battle content as well. Drabby Noobs, any closing thoughts before we let the fine folks at home go?
No, I think we pretty much, outside of the topics we forgot, we got everything.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time as always, my friend. And thank you everybody again for watching. Again, if you want to stay up to date with our content, you can hit that follow button. And for our YouTube viewers, you can hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you want to stay up to date with the non-stream content, you can also find each of us at Twitter. I'm at SaltiestGaijin. You're at Drabby Noops, wherever they want to find you, of course. Where we not only tweet about Magic, but tweet about life. I tweet about my tabletop tournaments, which this weekend I'll be playing Team Trios in Minneapolis. Well, I'll be playing on the modern seat of the Team Trios.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Of course, thank you all for watching. We will see you again soon.